So yeah, we're at the summer social today, and luckily I got a chance to meet my friend Miao Zhang, whose organisation is called Fang, and I just thought I'd like to interview her today because she is really knowledgeable about China in terms of circular economy and waste sorting. So perhaps Mia, you could introduce your work and your organisation.
I am Mia. I'm from Fang. In English, it's called R-Cubic. I worked for Greenpeace for 6 years before. It's mainly working on pollution issues and about hazardous chemicals and high metal pollutions. And since 2017, I started my own business, Fang, to work on waste sorting issues. We want to solve the problem through Fang means reduce, recycle, and reuse.
Great.
And we mainly do two things. One is do investigations about everything about waste sorting, about the industry, about how citizens should do that, such kind of things. And also we have the different stakeholders in the long chain in circular economy to do the things correctly.
Great. Okay. So maybe you could tell us a bit more about the historical development of waste sorting in China.
Actually, I think it's quite a long history of waste sorting in China. Since the June of 2000, the central government already gave a very officially plan about the waste sorting, and there were 8 pillar cities, including Beijing inside. But after that, in almost 20 years, we didn't feel any big difference. We still dump everything together in the same garbage bin. But in 2017, the central government gave another scheme about waste sorting, and there were 46 pilot cities this time. And this time is very serious because in the plan there is a very specific target for those 46 cities. And also the central government will monitor how the cities do in every season. And in this July, Shanghai started make the waste sorting in force. So you have to do that. It's not a volunteer thing anymore. So it becomes a very hot topic in China now. I think the difference between those two times is because like in 2000 in Beijing, in the whole year, the government collected almost 3 million tons waste in the whole year. But in 2018, last year, the Beijing government collected over 9 million tons of waste. That's a very big difference. So we cannot just bury it or burn it to solve the waste problem. We have to do the waste sorting this time.
Great. Okay. And then maybe could you tell me also about the impact of the ban on foreign waste, and then how has that developed after?
Since last year, China stopped import any foreign waste from other country, and there are two impacts for China. We have a very big recycling business in China. There is a big industry. So if we stop importing other countries' waste, those factories, they don't have enough material for their manufacture anymore. And for other countries, because they don't have so much capacity to treat those waste by themselves. So now China stopped importing that. They need to export those waste to other countries like East Asia countries, or just burn it. So now, I know many of the recycling companies, like plastic recycling companies, they started to build new factories in other countries, like Southeast Asia countries, America, Germany, Italy. So they can do it in other country, and many country can recycle those waste inside their own country and don't need to export them to other countries.
Great, thank you. And then maybe you could tell me more about the challenges in China, and also maybe the strengths in China in this area, strengths, weaknesses, and challenges related to waste sorting.
I think the biggest strength for China to do waste sorting is we have our own recycling industry. It's the biggest recycling industry in the whole world. So we don't need to sort it out and export to other countries. That's our strength. And the challenge is waste sorting is a big system. It's not just let the citizens to sort it out and so the problem solved. You need to build a whole different system to do the waste treatment. Before, maybe for the government, mainly they will just bury it in the landfill or burn it. But now we need to build a whole new different system. You need to buy different kind of trucks for the transportation, and you need to build new plants to treat different kind of waste. So there will be a lot of challenge for government to do that. It's about a big investment, and you need to manage a new big system.
Great. And then lastly, maybe because your organization, R Fang or R Cubic, your organization is a great organization doing investigation, trying to find out what's really happening on the ground, and also you're a great platform for sharing information. So maybe you could tell us a bit more about your recent investigation or research in Shanghai, looking at what's happened in Shanghai after they brought in the very strict waste sorting new policy.
We just started a new investigation in Shanghai to say how those communities do after the new policy. And we found, I think it's just the beginning, so we can't say it's already the results. So it is still in development. But for now, we say the different area, different community, their performance is very different. So in some community, those volunteers and citizens, they do very good, and they like the new policy. And in some areas, maybe they do not very well. And our main focus is about the collection of the hazardous waste.
Hazardous
Waste.
Yes.
I think the problem is some of the volunteers and cleaners who help the citizens to do the waste sorting, they don't really know the knowledge. So sometimes maybe they do it not the right way, and they didn't, because some of the hazardous waste are easy to be broken. So you need to protect it. You need to keep it very carefully. But for now, we saw some of the communities, they didn't do it very well. I think there is a lot of space for them to make some other efforts to work more on it.
What you mean, like maybe education or promotion or?
I think you need more promotion on it. You need to educate those volunteers and cleaners to know how to do that correctly, because they will do it face to face to the citizens. They are in the first line to help the citizens to do that. Yeah, I think Guangzhou is the capital city of Guangdong province. They are doing 2 months plan to educate all the cleaners to know how to do the things correctly, to know the knowledge behind that. And I think that's a good thing for
Great.
Guangzhou to do that.
Great. Okay. Thank you very much, Mia. That's wonderful. So let's get back to the party.
Okay.